memesona, mempesona, menarik, mentarik, menyakiti atau mensakiti, melihat atau melihat. Yang mana ya? Nah, bagaimana cara membuat bentuk kata kerja dengan menggunakan imbuhan meng? Apakah teman-teman masih bingung? Apa kalian siap belajar bersama Ibu Beta? Ayo kita belajar bersama. Ya, halo, assalamualaikum semua, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is doing great. Semoga semua dalam keadaan sehat. Welcome back to Have More Lessons on Bahasa Indonesia in my BIPA class, Bahasa Indonesia untuk penutur asing, Indonesian Language for Foreigners. Hari ini kita akan belajar apa ya? Ini dia, let's learn about verbs with the meng prefix. Prefix, imbuhan. Imbuhan meng. Okay, so we are learning about meng prefix in Indonesian language. Imbuhan meng. Kita mulai ya. Alright, yeah, I hope everyone is ready with your notes. Yeah, so we do have here meng prefix. Okay. Imbuhan meng. Cara membentuk kata kerja dengan imbuhan meng. We have the rules. Ya, jadi kita harus tahu aturannya. Siapkan catatan kalian. Ini dia aturan, rules ya. Aturan yang pertama, meng plus stem word. Meng verbs comprise a stem word, or what we call as root word or base word ya, to which the meng prefix has been added. For example, melihat, membuat, mengajar, menjadi. Okay, melihat comprises me plus lihat. Membuat consists of mem plus buat. Mengajar consists of meng plus ajar. Menjadi consists of men plus jadi. Melihat, membuat, mengajar, menjadi. Yang kedua, some stem words can also have the suffixes. So at the end of the verb, yeah, at the end of the word, have the suffixes kan or i. For example, mendekati, menjalankan, menyaksikan, ya. So we have the base word in the middle. Dekat, jalan, saksi. Mendekati consists of men plus dekat plus i. Menjalankan consists of men plus jalan plus kan. Menyaksikan comprises men plus saksi plus kan. I just want you to know this structure first, yeah? And it's a bit more complicated, but let's do it step by step. Yeah, recognize the form. You might find this in the text. Yeah, meng plus stem word plus i or plus kan. Okay. Rules number 3, aturan yang ketiga. The stem word could be a noun, a verb, or an adjective. Merokok, kalian tahu merokok ya? Smoking, to smoke ya. It comes from the noun stem rokok, cigarette ya. Membeli from a verb stem beli. You've got the word already, right? Beli. Membereskan from the adjective stem beres. Okay. Perhatikan semuanya ya. Let's pay attention on this. Did you notice that the meng prefix changes and takes on several forms? The forms meng changes. There are 5 forms of the meng prefix. These are the form as what we have already seen in the previous example. Me added to words lihat and rokok. Mem added to buat and beli. Men added to jadi, jalan and dekat, from the previous examples ya. Meng added to ajar. Men added to saksi, although the s dropped out ya. Menyaksikan, so we drop out the s. So the meng form can change into these prefixes. Meng can change into me, it can change into mem, it can change into men, meng itself, and it can change into men. Okay, the meng prefix can change into these 5 different forms. Okay, so meng has 5 different forms: me, mem, mem, men, meng, and men. Okay. The changes itself to the meng prefix. This is intended to make the verb easier to pronounce. Okay, the form of the prefix used is determined by the initial letter of the stem word. So we have the pattern letter, yeah, so we have the pattern, the initial of the word, yeah. The form of the prefix used is determined by the initial letter of the word. So the initial letter of the word is the key in changing those forms. Whether it will be meng turns into me, meng turns into mem, meng turns into men, meng turns into men, yeah. So it is determined by the initial letter of the stem word. Let's check out the example. Right. Okay. You can use this chart. You can use this chart to create the proper form of prefix. So you decide whether it will change into me, men, or meng. Yeah. So those stem words beginning with L, M, N, R, W, and Y. If you find the stem words beginning with these letters, then meng will turn into me. You should change meng into me. Okay. Lihat. The stem word is lihat. It starts with an L. So here we have the L. So that's why we need to change the meng into me. Melihat. Masak. It starts with the initial letter M. That's why the meng prefix is changed into me. Memasak. Oke, ya. Warna, ya, warna. It starts with, the stem word starts with W or W. So we change the meng into me. Mewarnai. Okay. Yeah. So we change meng into me if you found this word, the stem words starting with L, M, N, R, W, Y. What about mum? When do we change meng into mum? If the word starts with PBF. B. Buat. Buat. We don't say meng buat, but mem. So we change meng into mem. Membuat. Membuat. Okay. Yeah. And it starts also with, we have P and F. So these three letters. What about men? If you find stem words starting with T, D, J, C. Dongeng. Mendongeng. To tell a short story. To tell a story. Dongeng. Mendongeng. Curi. Mencuri. Curi, it starts with C, so meng must turn into men. Mencuri. And what about meng itself? If you have the vowel sound, the vowel letters A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, and K, H, K. Okay, for example, ajar, mengajar. Hirup, inhale, hirup, menghirup, menghirup. Oke. Obat, mengobati. Ya, so if you find stem words starting with K, H, G, A, E, I, O, U, the meng form will not change. Stay still, meng. And last but not least, we have stem words starting with S. And therefore, the meng is turned into men. Pay attention to this letter with the letters marked with an asterisk. The letter is usually dropped out when the meng prefix is added. Okay, let's check the example. Only those with an asterisk. Ya, ingat, kalian harus ingat ini. Ya, remember, the stem words beginning with P, T, K or S will drop the initial letter when the prefix meng is added. Kita lihat ya, ada beberapa bentuk kata kerja di sini, kata dasar di sini. Ada pesan, ada turut, ada kunjung, dan ada juga kata sampai. Nah, kata kerja berawalan P, T, K, S, the stem words beginning with P, T, K, S, the initial letter will be dropped. Ya, pesan, menjadi memesan. Memesan. Turut. Kita lihat di rumusnya, turut T ya, men. Kita hilangkan T-nya. Menurut. Kunjung. Mengunjungi. So as what we have here in the previous one, if the stem words start with K, so you have meng form. But meng plus kunjungi, the K is dropped. Yeah, the K is dropped out. So we have mengunjungi. Mengunjungi. And untuk sampai, it starts with S. We have the form men. We drop out the initial S. Menyampaikan. Menyampaikan. So in creating this, to decide whether meng prefix will change into me or mem or men or men or stay still meng, yeah, you can use this chart. You can use this following chart. It's not necessary that you have to remember one by one, but by having more exercises, you will get used to it. Okay. Okay, yeah. This is an exception, so we have the word mempunyai. The word mempunyai and exceptions to the rule. Mempunyai is made from the combinations of mem plus punya, ya, plus i, ya, mempunyai. Alright, let me check this one. Ya, mempunyai. According to the rule, the letter P should drop out, right? So, but the PTSK, but mempunyai retains the letter P. So this is what you need to remember. It's easier to say if the P is retained, right? Yeah. Rather than to say mempunyai, it's easier to say mempunyai. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The thing that we need to pay attention here is also all forms of meng are active. This is an active voice, yeah. The sentence starts with an agent or doer of the actions. We call this as a subject. Pelukis itu menggambar bermacam-macam objek. So we have pelukis itu as the doer or the agent, the subject. Menggambar, gambar, you know, to draw, yeah, this is the verb. And we have the object, bermacam-macam object, yeah. So to the doer is, yeah, so we have doer of the actions. Someone does an action. This is what we call as active sentence. Okay. Okay. Right, number 2. Most of meng verbs and meng prefix with kan or e suffix or transitive. So you will need an object after the verb. Yeah, the verbs will be followed by an object. Okay, the verbs will be followed by an object which is affected by the action of the verb. Ibu menyiapkan, what does she prepare? Apa yang disiapkan ibu, ya? Ibu menyiapkan sarapan pagi. Ibu as the doer or the subject, menyiapkan as the verb, and sarapan pagi as the object. Okay? Okay, sekarang kita latihan ya. Let's have an exercise to do this. Ubah kata dasar pada gambar berikut menjadi kata kerja berimbuhan meng dengan tepat. So we have lots of people doing some activities here. Yeah, I picked some of the verbs for our exercise today. Number 1, bawa ember. Can you find this activity? Bawa ember. Number 2, jinjing koper. Number 3, lempar. Lempar apa? Lempar bola, ya. Lempar bola. Number 4, ada foto anak kecil ya. Ada foto anak kecil. Nomor 5, ada kata tangkap penjahat. Ya, tangkap penjahat ya. Baik. Ya. Setir mobil. Tahu ya, kalau yang ini tahu mana ya, ada mobil ya, setir mobil. Kemudian ada bayar penjual dan lihat jam tangan. So what I'd like you to do here, you can use the chart to choose which forms of meng is appropriate for each of these verbs. Bisa ya? Oke, gunakan chartnya. You can use the chart so that later you can find the proper or the appropriate meng forms to be added for each of these stem word. Oke semua, ya. Itu dia latihan untuk hari ini. Cukup sekian pelajaran tentang imbuhan meng kali ini ya, meng prefix. Terima kasih sudah menyimak, terima kasih sudah belajar bersama Ibu di sini ya. Jangan lupa untuk tetap latihan, jaga kesehatan kalian. Sampai jumpa di kelas. See you in the classroom everyone. Sampai jumpa. Terima kasih semuanya.